They did not just kill him. They cut off his head and kept it in a jar for 170 years. His name was King Badu Bonsu II, ruler of the Ahanta people in what is now Ghana. In 1838, he stood up to Dutch colonial rule. He refused to bow. He refused to give up his land. He refused to surrender his people. For that defiance, he was executed. But death was not enough for them. After killing him, they severed his head, carried it across the ocean like a trophy, and placed it inside a jar in a European medical museum. Think about that. A king turned into a specimen, a leader reduced to an object on a shelf. For nearly 2 centuries, his people mourned without knowing where his remains were. Meanwhile, in Europe, strangers walked past his preserved head, staring at it through glass as if it were nothing more than a curiosity. This is what they called civilization. Tell me, what is civilized about cutting off the head of an African king and displaying it for 170 years? What is civilized about stealing a man's body and his dignity? The silence lasted until 2009. After years of pressure and demands for justice, his head was finally returned to Ghana. At last, King Badu Bonsu II was given a proper burial with honor. But can burial erase 171 years of humiliation? Can it erase the message that African lives were treated as objects? This was not just about one king. It was about power. It was about control. It was about dehumanizing a continent and calling it progress. Remember the year, 1838. Remember the return, 2009. History is not just dates. It is wounds that still speak.